wolf killers, named because they are said to efficiently be able to kill a wolf. The Anatolian Shepherd, the Alabai, the Great Pyrenees, the Malakli, the Caucasian Shepherd, and the notorious Kangal. But what if I was to tell you that they actually help wolves, and that these dogs aren't really killers at the end of the day? Not only do they not have the physical capabilities to kill wolves, but they actually indirectly help wolves to survive, prosper, and multiply. Don't go away. Animal Watch has met all the most notorious flock guardian dog breeds up close, as well as the grey wolf, both the nemesis of the other. Perhaps, if you are to believe the sketchy online uploads from Asia and other East European countries, the uploads are always the same. It's either a wolf that has already been shot, trapped, or injured by a hunter. Then he sends his dogs in to finish the poor wolf off. Or it's reels of giant, oversized flock guardians who look physically impressive. However, because they've been overbred for appearance, now can't work like in the old days. You never actually see a wolf versus a flock guardian breed under wild, normal circumstances and visually see the flock guardian win. You don't, because it doesn't happen. Unless a human has got involved and injured the wolf. So what is the truth? If flock guardians don't kill wolves, then what is the point? Well, flock guardians are not supposed to kill wolves. They are supposed to be a deterrent. It's humans that like to glorify how powerful their dogs are, when in fact, the flock guardians have been a wonderful addition to farming across Europe and Asia for hundreds of years. A flock guardian dog, if done correctly, will be placed into his or her flock at a few weeks of age, just a puppy, and the farmer will lessen his involvement with the dog, so the dog can bond with the livestock, which they do very well. It's genetic. After hundreds of years of breeding dogs that like sheep, goats and cattle, these dogs naturally take to the role very well. They sleep outside with the flock and become one with them, their guardians. And in turn, the flock will see them as their protectors. But why do we even need flock guardians? Well, what if I was to tell you that once upon a time, sheep and other livestock were able to defend themselves very well indeed. Sheep once all had horns and would place their bums up against one another facing outward in a circle and use their horns to stave off predators. They could climb, more like goats we see today. They also had shorter, more natural coats that weren't heavy and reliant on being shaved off by a farmer. Instead, the wool would naturally shed off. Wolves would hunt them down like wild flocks by simply taking out the young, the old and the lame. These days, sheep and cattle have been dumbed down and had their horns removed or bred out completely. Bred to be stupid and subservient and with nasty rolls of wool and fat that hinder the animals. They're pretty much deformed compared to how they used to once look when they were wild. So this is where the flock guardians come in. Man supposedly made friends with the wolf around 30,000 years ago when he travelled and hunted on foot. Then at the start of agriculture, as the Ice Age ended, around 15,000 to 10,000 years ago, man took these tamed wolves, probably more like wild dogs by now, and started to change their appearance and characteristics with breeding. They chose the puppies from these wild dogs that were the largest, the most loyal, the kindest to the livestock, the most guarded, the most powerful, and bred these back to one another. most likely culling the unsuitable ones, until they created dogs with the characteristics needed to help protect their flocks. Each livestock guardian breed looks different depending on the Aboriginal dogs of that area, as man would have used the wild dogs and the village dogs that would have been local to their small towns. Now it sounds like you've created a mega wolf killer, as with all this selective breeding and nature and bad weather taking out the weak, surely the most incredible flock guardians should have been created, right? Yes, for a domesticated dog, absolutely. Pitch a powerful flock guardian up against our soft-natured Labrador, Spaniel, Poodle, even Newfoundlands, and you will have a winner every time. But now understand that with domestication and human intervention comes weakness, as the dog now has lost his edge for survival in the wild, plus genetically he has been domesticated, which automatically makes a dog less powerful, lazier, more relaxed, less healthy, and less in need of having to use his physicality for life or death situations, as he is fed by humans and feels no stress to survive. Whereas our wolf, he is still wild, still has not been inbred or manipulated by humans. He has zero need to obey and every need to survive. He is a wild predator and cannot and will not quit. If he does not kill, his pack starves and dies. With this comes a mental power and determination the domesticated dog has lost. So pitch a man-made flock guardian against a wild wolf that has not been injured, captured, tied up or abused. The wolf will win every time. These contests in Asia where you see wild wolves roped up for flock guardians to attack are not real-life situations. The wolf is tired, stressed, probably injured and already weakened. The dogs have not been abused like the wolf has prior to these contests. It's a totally manipulated and unfair win. It's wolf baiting. You put enough dogs on a tied up wild animal and eventually it will tire and give in. Now in the wild it's different. You are now in the wolf's domain. He is fit, free and extremely clever. He works as a pack, as a team, and the wolf's priority is to not get injured or his pack will be weakened. A weak wolf pack means a neighbouring wolf pack will move in, kill all the wolves and take the territory. So he doesn't want to fight the flock guardians that have been left out. If he can't snag a small lamb from the corner of the flock, he will avoid that flock altogether. If there is one flock guardian dog there, he may try his luck, as an entire pack of wolves can finish that flock guardian off fast. There are approximately 6 to 20 wolves in an average pack. However, if there are about 6 flock guardians amongst the sheep, then it's way too much risk for the wolf, so he will pass on that flock and seek food elsewhere. Now, sheep fatalities caused by wolves across Europe equate to only 0.065% annually, which is literally nothing. However, recently wolf protection has been dropping down a notch due to pressure from farmers. The politicians want the farmers' votes, so they concede to the farmers. The difference between Europe and Asia is that Europe barely uses flock guardians, except in mountainous regions of France. The USA uses pretty much 0 flock guardians at all. Hundreds of thousands of cows and sheep are pushed outside, unprotected every day, and the lazy farmers then cry wolf when they start to lose sheep and cows. In the USA, frighteningly, the wolf is losing his protection at a catastrophic rate. After the joy of watching Yellowstone recover as the wolves were reintroduced, watching the rivers recover as the tree saplings all got a chance to grow, as the wolf was culling back the deer causing the destruction, we are now seeing a reverse as hunters are being allowed once more to take out huge amounts of wolves. This in turn will again impact the environment as our top predator is removed, allowing a giant increase in prey animals again, who will strip the environment clean. The excuse hunters make is that they are protecting the prey animals from the wolf, yet it's these same hunters who toxically label themselves as conservationists, then clamber for permits to go hunt these same prey animals. So what to do? The answer is staring farmers in the face across Europe and the USA. They need to implement flock guardian dogs, as by introducing dogs to their flocks and herds, the wolf attacks will lessen, which as we know is barely anything to start with, and the wolf can again be allowed to prosper and cover the whole of Europe and the USA. So you see, flock guardians actually save the lives of wolves. They are not killers, as they can't catch wolves most of the time. They are a humane deterrent that will mean wolves will avoid farmers and be allowed to exist. In turn, we won't need hunting and wolf culling, and the environment can be allowed to return to the state it once was. There are a few clever farmers out in the USA right now who have cottoned on to this practice. One is 84 Ranch, based in Colorado, who have bred their own flock guardian dogs called Colorado Mountain Dogs. They are loyal, effective, and are helping to protect their animals. Farmers need to follow the way of 84 Ranch and take on flock guardians who, as we already know, adore families and protect children. They are bred to be very, very protective of human children. The children can have some glorious pets to cuddle, the livestock will be safe, and the wolves can thrive. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below and how you think we can get the message out to more farmers to try flock guardians before it's too late. And if you enjoyed this episode, then give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking the button in the bottom hand corner. And tune in every week where we'll be bringing you more amazing episodes on dogs, wolves, animal rescue and conservation. Bye for now.